There are many things that operator can do. First, they can free up some assets that they have and that are not related to their core activities and from which they don't derive competitive advantage. For instance, they can sell buildings, they can bundle towers in an independent business and spinning it off and then lease back the infrastructure. They can share infrastructure with other operators. We've seen this trend all over the world. For instance, France Telecom and Deutsche Telekom this year announced infrastructure sharing for mobile networks in Europe, in Romania, Poland and Austria, and they announced that this will save them $1 billion. Another thing is they can resort to vendor financing. So a lot of telecom manufacturers are giving long-term financing when purchasing equipment. Obviously, they can resort to international financing organizations such as the World Bank in difficult countries, where they can, provide financing for the poor or for remote areas, or even provide some guarantees for loans. And finally, you can tap into the large financial pool in the region, which needs to change and move from real estate financing or purchasing international financial securities towards early stage financing. I guess so the operators have many things to tap into, and finally we can talk about government involvement in financing. In case we are moving towards heavy long-term investments. Government can get involved at different levels. First, the government should give long-term visibility about its fiscal policy, about the regulatory framework. This is something that is very important for operators to move forward with large investments. Government should make available critical resources to the operators, mainly spectrum. So they need to operate spectrum refarming in some bands, such as the 2.6 gigahertz, which is used for LTE, and also follow the trends in the West for the digital dividend, like allocating low frequency bands that are efficient for LTE deployment, such as the 800 megahertz. Besides that, government should make sure that the incumbent, whether government-owned or privately owned, is giving access to its stocks, to the poles, to the rights of ways, in order to promote competition and allow other operators to come and invest in the sector. And finally, depending on the projects or the investments, the government can put some public funding. We've seen this happening in the West. In the United States, we've seen that $7.2 billion were earmarked for rural broadband. In the UK, we've seen BT proceeding with the investment of £2.5 billion to provide super-fast broadband for 2/3 of the UK households. But the UK government allocated on top of this £830 million in order to cover also rural areas. In other countries such as Australia, the government has taken a leading role by coming up with a $27 billion investment in a national broadband network. So depending on the country, depending on the situation, and depending on the evolution of the existing players, like their financial strength, their how much they are ready to put in the sector, the government can either provide complementary financing or take the leading role. As you've seen today in the conference, and I think it's now a very well-established trend, the future is for mobile internet, mobile data. We know that the region, like the Middle East and North Africa region, is expected to get a huge increase in the mobile internet traffic. It's expected to increase 63-fold versus a global trend of 26-fold increase. And we know that by 2015, mobile internet at the global level will constitute roughly 35% of the total mobile revenues. So this is definitely the trend. Since we have reached very high mobile penetration, and so the concentration should not be now on subscriber growth but on revenue growth, and mobile internet is the main trend in that. We could add several other things that could help increase subscriptions. We talked today about the 50 billion machines that need to be connected. So obviously this provides great opportunity for working with other industry, health industry, education, and make sure that operators develop applications such as collecting information from remote sensors and so on and so forth. And finally, for sure, FTTH, fiber to the home, is now the main trend on the fixed line segment. Anyway, the UAE have done a marvelous job in that. We have here more than 30% household penetration. So the UAE is ranked 4th in the global FTTH ranking, only behind South Korea, Japan, and Hong Kong. So today, FTTH is the way to go in order to spur the development of all types of bandwidth-hungry applications. If you want to go to high-definition TV, 3D TV, so all of this will require FTTH. And government are right around the world, to put all the investments and efforts to making that happen. This event is very interesting in the sense that it touched on a very diversified set of subjects, like we've seen in the morning, how the OTT is disrupt the business models of the operators. We've talked about also critical regional expansions for the operator. And in the afternoon, we saw how to finance these new technologies and upgrade. So we're pretty much covering all the areas of the telecom sector, from mobile to fixed line and fiber. And I think in this sense, this forum and this exhibition and conference have been very interesting for us and inspiring for us.